Imagine two men. One tells you to get a safe job, save every penny, and hope for a pension. The other tells you to learn how money works so money can work for you. One built a life that money barely touched. The other watched money slip through his fingers. Which advice would you follow? Hold that question, because this book will teach you how to stop being scared of money and start using it. Welcome. Today we're diving deep into Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki's best-selling and fiercely debated classic on wealth, mindset, and the lessons school never taught you about money. This is not a dry lecture. Think of it as a roadmap, stories that reveal how the wealthy actually think and act, practical lessons you can apply, and clear steps to reshape the way you earn, save, and invest. This audiobook-style summary walks you chapter by chapter, with real-world examples, memorable visuals, and practical exercises peppered in so you won't just listen, you'll be ready to act. Kiyosaki grows up with two father figures. His biological father, the poor dad, is educated, hardworking, and believes in the conventional script: go to school, get good grades, find a stable job. The other, the rich dad, his friend's father, is a savvy entrepreneur who didn't finish traditional school but knows how money flows. The contrast drives the whole book. Both men love Robert, but they teach opposing ways to view money, work, and risk. That setup is simple, but the lessons are powerful because they're rooted in everyday choices: what to learn, where to put your time, and how to see opportunities others miss. The wealthy don't simply trade time for money. They build systems and assets that produce income independent of hours worked. Kiyosaki's early jobs taught him a lesson: when he chased wages, he remained a wage slave. Rich Dad taught him to chase the skill of understanding money itself. The critical mental shift. Don't be motivated only by a paycheck, and be motivated by what that paycheck can teach you about creating income streams. Practical takeaway. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money from this job? If the answer is only a paycheck, ask what skills you can acquire there that are sellable beyond the paycheck: sales, negotiation, leadership, basics of accounting. Visualization. Picture two roads. One is a treadmill of hourly pay. The other splits off into rental properties, small businesses, royalties, and investments. Which road are you building? Income isn't the same as wealth. Wealth is what you keep after expenses, measured in assets that put money into your pocket. Kiyosaki dismantles the common confusion: people equate a big salary with being rich, but high earners can be cash poor because of lifestyle inflation. The antidote is financial literacy. Understanding the balance sheet and the difference between assets and liabilities. Core definitions at asset equals something that puts money in your pocket: rental income, dividends, royalties. Liability equals something that takes money out: a new car, mortgage for personal home if it drains cash flow. Practical exercise. Write your own mini balance sheet, list everything you own and label it asset or liability. Be honest, some assets for social status are actually liabilities. Narrative example: think of two neighbors. One drives a leased luxury car and lives paycheck to paycheck. The other lives modestly but owns rental units that pay for the car, the mortgage, and more. Which neighbor is truly wealthier? Treat your money like a business. Even if you're employed, focus on building and owning assets. This is minding your own business. Kiyosaki urges people not to confuse their employer's business with their personal path to wealth. Your job can be a training ground, but your long-term focus should be on accumulating assets that generate passive income. Concrete steps. 1. Start a side project that could become an asset: small online business, real estate, dividend portfolio. 2. Reinvest profits into assets, not instant lifestyle upgrades. 3. Track metrics like cash flow, return on investment, ROI, and how long it takes to break even. Real-world angle. The side hustle movement echoes this chapter. The key difference is intention. Are you building something you own or just a supplement to spend? Laws and systems can be used to your advantage. The rich use corporations and tax strategies to protect and multiply wealth. The middle class pay taxes on earned income that the wealthy often shelter through business structures and investments. Kiyosaki explains in clear terms: corporations earn, then pay themselves as employees or take profits as dividends. Each route has different tax outcomes. Historically, tax systems developed to reward investment and risk-taking, actions the wealthy are likelier to undertake. Practical implications. Learn basic tax strategy, business deductions, the difference between taxable income versus cash flow, and legal tax advantage accounts. Consider consulting a tax-savvy accountant when your side business scales. Small mistakes can be expensive. Caveat: this chapter doesn't encourage dodging taxes. Rather, it teaches using legal structures to be efficient. Financial opportunity often comes down to creativity and courage. The wealthy spot or create opportunities and use leverage, other people's time, money, and ideas, to amplify outcomes. Kiyosaki's point: money is a tool. To invent money, you combine knowledge with imagination. A classic example: turning an underused property into a profitable rental, or starting a niche service for an unmet need. Tools to practice. Learn the language of money, assets, liabilities, cash flow. Network to meet people with complementary skills and capital. Start small and use leverage carefully. Story to remember: a friend sees a rundown building and imagines a co-working space. He convinces an investor, renovates with sweat equity, and now collects rent from startups. The building didn't change, his vision did. Choose jobs that teach you key skills, not just ones that pay the most. Diversify your skills. Sales, marketing, accounting, people management. Kiyosaki recounts working odd jobs to learn specific abilities. Sales taught persuasion, bookkeeping taught discipline, and small business work taught how to read a balance sheet. These cross-disciplinary skills combine to create entrepreneurial advantage. Action plan. Over the next year, aim to learn one hard skill and one soft skill outside your comfort zone. Volunteer for projects at work that expose you to finance or operations. Take a night course or online class, aim for application, not certification. The 5 main obstacles to financial freedom are fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. The rich face these and take calculated risks. Kiyosaki emphasizes fear of losing money keeps people stuck. But the solution isn't reckless risk, it's controlled risk taken with preparation. Build a plan, small steps, and a learning mindset. Tools to fight obstacles. Risk inventory. List fears and make a plan to address them. Education, mentors. Replace "I can't afford it" with "How can I afford it?" A subtle but powerful mental shift. Develop resilience. Each failed attempt is data, not defeat. Illustration: an investor lost on his first flip but learned market timing, contractor management, and negotiation. Next flip, and the one after, returned profits because he learned. Practical, immediate steps to begin your journey. Find mentors, educate yourself, choose a niche, and take small actions. Kiyosaki gives a checklist-like approach. 1. Decide to be financially literate. 2. Find mentors, people who already have what you want. 3. Choose your market, real estate, small business, stocks, intellectual property. 4. Start small, buy a single share in a dividend company, or a tiny rental, or launch a microservice. 5. Pay yourself first, allocate a portion of income to investments before lifestyle spending. Exercises for listeners. Write a 1-year financial learning plan with monthly goals. Identify one asset you could buy or create in the next 6 months. This is a practical toolkit, 10 steps designed to push you from knowledge to action. 1. Start now, small, consistent steps beat waiting for perfect. 2. Choose friends carefully, your network shapes your mindset and opportunities. 3. Master a formula and then learn a new one, e.g. Learn real estate basics, then build on it with syndication or development knowledge. 4. Pay yourself first, always fund investments before luxuries. 5. Pay your brokers and advisors only after they've proven value, demand accountability. 6. Be an investor, not a speculator, look for real value creation, not quick gambling. 7. Know the difference between being an owner and an employee, each role requires different mindsets. 8. Keep learning, markets change. Your learning must be continuous. 9. Give back, generosity fosters networks and opportunities. 10. Be bold, opportunities favor the prepared and the brave. Each step is paired with a micro-challenge the listener can complete this week, because knowledge without action is entertainment, not transformation. If you're finding this useful, pause and do 2 things now. Hit like and subscribe so future summaries land in your feed, and type in the comments one action you'll take this week from the exercises above. I'll read and respond to the best ones. Real people taking small steps build real momentum. Beyond chapters, the book's heartbeat is mindset. Kiyosaki challenges cultural scripts, that education alone equals wealth, that security is a job, or that avoiding risk is safe. He elevates financial education. Knowing taxes, investments, and how to read a statement, as the core life skill. 2 psychological pivots. 1. From employee to investor/owner mindset, you move from trading time to designing systems. 2. From fear/avoidance to curiosity/experimentation, treat mistakes as tuition, not obstacles. Real-life applications. Reframe purchases, ask if they increase cash flow or status. Delay large lifestyle buys until assets are in place. Build a feedback loop. Invest small, learn, refine, scale. Kiyosaki's style has critics. Some say his anecdotes are selective, others warn that entrepreneurship carries real risks not given enough nuance. That's fair. The book isn't a magic formula, it's a mindset roadmap. Use it to ask better questions, not as a checklist that guarantees success. Practical safety. Do due diligence before real estate or business deals. Keep an emergency fund, leverage carefully. Get competent legal and tax advice when structuring businesses. Let's convert theory into a plan. If you follow this, you'll begin building assets in the next 3 months. Week 1 to 2, Financial Inventory and Education. Build your balance sheet. List assets/liabilities. Read 1 beginner guide on taxes or investing, pick short, actionable content. Commit to weekly learning, podcast, course, book chapter. Week 3 to 6, skill and network. Identify 1 market, real estate, dividend stocks, online business. Reach out to 2 potential mentors or join 1 local meetup. Take a short online course on the chosen market. Week 7 to 10, small asset purchase or MVP. If real estate, analyze 3 local properties for cash flow. If stocks, set up a brokerage account, buy a small position in a dividend ETF. If business, launch a 1-page service offering or product test. Week 11 to 12, review and scale. Track cash flow, ROI, and lessons. Reinvest any profit into the next small asset. Adjust plan based on results and start again. Kiyosaki's message distilled: education is powerful, but the right kind of education, financial literacy, changes your options. Build assets, learn how to use corporations and taxes legally to your advantage, invest in knowledge and relationships, and take controlled risks. The difference between the 2 dads isn't about ethics or intelligence. It's about choices. The poor dad chooses security, the rich dad chooses financial education and asset creation. If you want to change your financial destiny, start with curiosity. Read 1 page a day that teaches you about money. Talk to 1 person this week who's done what you want. Take 1 small risk. That's how a life shifts, not with fireworks, but with steady, stubborn steps.